Welcome. In this video, we'll be taking a look at my 10 favorite games released in 2019. Of the 50 plus 2019 games I've played this year, these are the ones I've enjoyed the most, either solo or with my game group. So let's get started. Number 10 is Set a Watch. This is a cooperative game published by Rock Manor Games for 1 to 4 players, set in a fantasy world where you and your party must clear out hordes of monsters lining up for attack and survive through 9 locations. During rounds, one adventurer will tend to the campsite, keep the fire going, scouting while the others deal with the approaching monsters. Players will roll their dice and use them to apply damage or trigger abilities on their cards. This has been a fun gameplay experience for both solo and with their group. Number 9 is Run, Fight, or Die Reloaded. This is a streamlined version of a game originally released in 2014, published by Gray Fox Games for 1 to 4 players, or up to 6 with an expansion. It's a dice rolling, push your luck game with a zombie theme that has you trying to fend off a horde of zombies. Every turn, zombies come closer to you and more show up. You must use your character's unique special abilities, loot, or allies you find to fend them off, or push them towards your neighbor. This is a quick, lighthearted game with great art and is lots of fun. Number 8 is Lord of the Rings Journeys in Middle-earth. This is an adventure game for 1 to 5 players set in the world of the Lord of the Rings, published by Fantasy Flight Games. This game uses an app to control the game and keeps you wondering what is going to pop up around the next location. You can play as one of your favorite characters, such as Aragorn, Bilbo, Gimli, or Legolas, or one of 2 new characters, Beravor or Alina. Each character has their own special skill sets and specialized cards that you use to attempt skill checks and defeat the approaching orcs and other enemies. This is a great story-driven adventure game in the world of Lord of the Rings. Number 7 is Terrors of London. This is a deck-building game set in a Victorian horror theme published by Colossal Games. While best with 2 players, there are variants for multiplayer games. Each player will choose a character or overlord, choosing from a group of beasts, mortals, spirits, and undead, each with a unique ability, and during play there are many ways to boost cards by creating a horde. In case you weren't aware, I love a good deck-building game, and this game is a fun gameplay along with great artwork and an enjoyable theme. Number 6 is Arkham Horror Final Hour. This is a cooperative game for 1 to 4 players set in the Cthulhu mythos, published by Fantasy Flight Games. Unlike many Arkham horror games published by Fantasy Flight that can take hours to play, this game has you trying to reverse a ritual to release an ancient one at the Miskatonic University in under an hour of gameplay. Your group of investigators must keep the cultists and monsters at bay, all while finding clues to reverse the ritual. This is a quick and fun game both solo and in a group in Fantasy Flight's Arkham horror universe. Number 5 is Star Wars Outer Rim, a space exploration game for 1 to 4 players set in the Star Wars universe, published by Fantasy Flight Games. This is a game with a pick-up and deliver mechanic. Each player will take on the role of an iconic Star Wars character such as Boba Fett, Han Solo, Lando Calrissian, IG-88, Bossk, Jyn Erso, Dr. Aphra, or Ketsu Onyo. Grab a basic ship and then explore the galaxy, accumulating fame to become a living legend. Through gameplay, you will be making deals with some factions while being on the run from others, avoiding patrols, collecting bounties, and delivering goods for credits, buying better ships like the Millennium Falcon, and completing goals until someone is able to claim enough fame to win the game. This is a great space exploration game set in the Star Wars universe. Number 4 is the Pathfinder adventure card game. This is a cooperative fantasy-themed adventure game for 1 to 4 players, or up to 6 with an expansion, published by Paizo Publishing. In this card-based RPG in a box, you are able to take on the role of an iconic Pathfinder adventurer and explore through a scenario-based campaign, slowly improving your deck of cards and upgrading your skills, abilities, and feats. Throughout each scenario, you will be exploring locations, looking for clues, gathering allies and better equipment, and defeat monsters and villains until you meet the scenario's goal. And then you collect your reward and prepare for your next task in the campaign. This is an upgraded version of the adventure card game that was originally released in 2013, which has done a great job at streamlining the rules and gameplay. Number 3 is Aeons Legacy. This is a cooperative legacy deck-building game for 1 to 4 players, published by Indie Boards and Cards. This takes a popular game and provides for a legacy campaign play so you can watch your Breach Mage grow from game to game. Each player takes on the role of a mage and sets off to defend the city of Gravehold from evil forces that are determined to destroy the great city. As this legacy game progresses, your mage will grow stronger, increasing their skills and spells until you either succeed at defeating the nemesis and save the city, or fall short of glory and watch your city destroyed. Aeons is a great deck building game, whether it's this legacy version or using the base games. Number 2 is Marvel Champions. This is a cooperative card game based on characters from the Marvel comic universe for 1 to 4 players, published by Fantasy Flight Games using their living card game model, which will have fixed card expansions releasing on a regular basis to provide new heroes to play and villains to defeat. Players can choose their hero, with the base game coming with Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Iron Man, She-Hulk, and Spider-Man, and then combine those cards with another collection of cards based on your play preference, whether it be aggression, justice, leadership, or protection. Your heroes will be tasked with preventing villains from completing their evil schemes, with the base game coming with Rhino, Claw, and Ultron. You must work together to take down the villain, all while thwarting the villain's efforts to complete schemes, but beware of encounters with your personal nemesis. This has been a really fun gameplay experience, both solo and with a group, taking on the roles of Marvel heroes, trying to thwart the plans and popular villains. And lastly, my favorite game of 2019 is Cthulhu Death May Die. This is a cooperative Cthulhu-themed game for 1 to 5 players, published by CMON, with loads of top-quality components and highly detailed miniatures. Forget trying to stop the ritual bringing the Ancient Ones. Bring on the monsters so you can kill them once and for all, or fail and doom the world. The game allows you to choose an Ancient One and pair it with a scenario to create a unique play experience, along with the choice of many investigators to take on the Ancient One provides for tons of replayability. Each character has their own unique ability, along with 2 other abilities that will progress on as the game goes on. As the game drives you slightly more insane, your adrenaline pushes your abilities to greater things. As a team, you must control cultists and monsters until you are able to summon the Ancient One to defeat him. Just try not to die or go insane before you can complete the task. This is an extremely fun dice-rolling, miniature-killing game based on monsters from the writings of H.P. Lovecraft. So those are my favorite games for 2019. Please let me know your favorite games in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.